Warning. You're about to be distracted. Distractions. Distractories. Distractolozo. Disconstructed side of the game.
Blessed risings, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that KPP Podcast is a global show. And today on this episode of B1 Distractions, we will be discussing Young Miami named in lawsuit for allegedly harassing women to have an abortion to get rid of Diddy's baby. Man, they are putting the full court press on you black people to keep you distracted. You don't find that funny? I mean, every single day, multiple times throughout the day, Diddy, can't you see? I mean, wow. Diddy, disgraced, horrible, monstrous. Who's next? Jay-Z, Beyonce, whoa, T.I., Rick Ross. I mean, fam, they are trying to clear out hip hop. It's not a game. Tariq Nasheed put out that microphone check and listen. Jewish folks, Puerto Ricans, fam, Mexicanos, Asians on the breakdancing, they is tired of you ninjas. They tired of y'all. They are tired of you nigglets. We're tired of you proving that y'all are the best. We tired of it. We tired of y'all throwing it in our face. We tired of your style. We know how to mimic it now. We got it good enough. We know how to do your dances, even though we look like robots on Percocets, but that's all right. We got it basically. We get more money than y'all. We do it enough that we garner millions of views and generate incomes for our families, leaving legacies still off the back of the black. Young Miami is accused of harassing one of Diddy's alleged sexual assault victims to try and get her to have an abortion. Young Miami implicated in latest Diddy lawsuit on Friday, September 27th. Court documents were obtained revealing that a Jane Doe filed suit against Diddy alleging he drugged and sexually assaulted her at least once a month for 4 years. Come on, man. None of this sounds ridiculous. He forced you? How are you? You don't know that you're about to take him? I mean, at this point, this is a standing date, right? For us to once a month get up. And how's it not? He probably gave you a little change, right? Let's be honest though. Come on, people. Can we be clear about this? That this is starting to sound ridiculous. Come on now. She said she pay. I got pay. Come once a month. He drugged me, and then he had his way with me at the same time once a month for 4 years. Come on, man. That's 40. What's that? What's that? 48 times, P? That y'all regularly scheduled program did. 48 times? No, at no point you was like, nah, I'm cool. You couldn't stop. Just what? It don't even make sense. Like, what point do you have any accountability? So soon as I took them drugs, I mean, I was incapacitated, and whatever he did then, I was unable to consent. It's in the laws. So once I took them drugs, he knew he better let me alone now. And since he didn't, it don't matter if I said yeah. It don't matter if I didn't say no. And none of that matters. I took the drugs. He knew it. He took them too. So how we know you didn't hop all over him? This is ridiculous. You guys, listen. Men should be afraid. This should make men afraid, especially black men. You should be terrified. At least male mafia got a chance. They got a chance. You're done. It don't even matter what type of money you got, billionaire, you're done. The lawsuit also named Young Miami real name Carisha Browley and says she reportedly harassed Jane Doe after she became pregnant with Puff babies in July of 2022. Oh my gosh. So how do they keep getting up with you? You couldn't get away? So you just keep getting on the plane? You keep just driving there? You keep just getting in the car? I'm just trying to understand why you have no accountability. We got to start believing the victims now. We got to start. I stand with you, girl. And when Cassie did her, when she came out, she empowered. She made me feel like I wasn't alone in the world. Shut up. The incident allegedly transpired at Diddy's Los Angeles home where the woman claimed she was forced to ingest ketamine. Come on, man. You was forced to, fam. So every time you was forced to, fam, yet you kept coming back. Why would you keep going somewhere where you're forced to ingest deadly narcotics? And in the narcotic mixture, not only were you forced to ingest the ketamine and other drugs before blacking out. She lost. See, that's what I'm saying. That was the plan. No, I knew I was taking that, but as soon as I take that, I'm unable to give consent just automatically. See, this is the problem you having, cuz. This is your problem right here. Even though they're willing participants, you after they take that, this is why y'all have to be. So you're out at the bar, you should just know. That's a no. If you're out at the bar, she's intoxicated, there's no action. Because later she could say, I was intoxicated. She can't come to your house and have no drinks. So if she comes to your house, fam, she got to be sober. Because at any time she could change and say, I was unable, I was smashed. So I couldn't have given consent. She can come back 20 years later. So if you get some bread and get on the map, P, and you become successful, you better watch out. You better not shout. You better not pout, because I'm telling you why. Women are coming to bleed you dry. Now, I ain't one of the man haters, the woman haters, P. I'm not. I'm talking about this situation, how they're popping out the woodwork. There's also other situations. I'm just saying, this don't make no sense. Every woman has to admit that this doesn't make sense. It don't matter if it made sense. It made sense to her. So she blacking out. She lost consciousness intermittently throughout the evening and shortly after took a pregnancy test. You just knew to take. How? You was in and out of conscious. So you knew that you was this is like National Enquirer level. I mean, this is like wish upon a star. This is ridiculous. So she lost consciousness intermittently throughout the evening and shortly after took a pregnancy test. When you got home, so later on, months later, a month later, you was like, oh, I should take a test. But all the other times you was like, no, I'm not taking a test. And then just this one time you missed your period or what? I mean, there's just, do you see what I'm saying? The details in this are light in the buttocks. When Jane Doe told Diddy she was indeed pregnant, the lawsuit reads that Carisha Brownlee harassed Jane Doe by repeatedly calling her and telling Jane Doe to have an abortion. The woman ultimately ended up having a miscarriage. The Jane Doe claimed She first met Diddy overseas in 2020 and was invited to join him on an all expenses paid trip. From there, the woman claims she felt pressured to see Diddy once a month between 2021 and 2022. How? So you couldn't have changed your phone number, P? No. So you changed your phone number, cuz kept calling. You got a whole new phone company, cuz kept calling. Let me guess, you didn't have the money to. You couldn't block cuz calls because he kept calling from other numbers. And so it was just too many numbers for you to be blocking. You tried to change your number because kept getting your number. You put an unlisted number because found it. He was investigating you. He sent people to your job. You're not saying none of this. So you were pressured. Diddy's team would allegedly appear with a car with no warning to take her to his homes in Los Angeles, New York, Miami, and elsewhere. So you're in a house? You said a car just shows up. You're just always at the crib? How do they know when you're always at the crib? You just always at the crib? You're never not at the crib. It's just weird. They're always just know where you happen to be at. They just know when you're always at the crib. No warning. They didn't talk to you. They didn't give you, I'm on the way. They didn't ask if you want to come. No. Could it be that it was the same bad time in the same bad channel, perhaps? Could it be that it was every third of the month at 6 o'clock and the car just came and showed up without no notice because it was already pre-planned? It carries on. The victim claims at times they would use coercive and harassing language to allegedly pressure her to go to him. Like what? What are you talking? Like, what is that? Coercive and harassing language. I didn't hear threats. So he's harassing. Hold on. So now he's harassing you, but then she ends up harassing you today. What? And then why wouldn't you have an abortion? I'm sure he offered you some money. But you was going to keep the scrapist baby that you never was interested in, that you didn't want to see, who was forcing you months after in and months and abusing you. And I don't know. Sound like a payday to me. Young Miami named in other lawsuits. This now marks the second time the City Girls rapper has been named in a lawsuit filed against Puff. Back in March, producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones admitted the lawsuit he had filed against Diddy in February. According to documents obtained by XXL, Rod accused Young Miami and 50 Cent's ex-girlfriend, Daphne Joy, his baby mama, of being the mogul sex workers. Wow. So he sued him? Do you understand that? He accuses of them of being his sex workers. Okay. Well, what's that got to do with you? Why is you mad about that? Why is you butthurt what he doing with his penile? I don't understand that. The amended suit also claimed that Diddy would brag to the producer about how he'd pay Daphne, the City Girls rapper, and another woman named Jade Rami a monthly stipend in exchange for services. Young Miami hopped on social media shortly after and refuted the allegations. So how many male senior citizen males out here are sugar daddying? What are you talking about? And paying bills? What are you talking about? With strings attached? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm lost. Who's he's the first one to do this? No, this is regular. This is par for the course. They had a whole website. I don't even know if they still have it, called Sugar Babies. Ever heard of it? consenting adults? 2 consenting adults? Oh my goodness. You're worried about his penile. Well, I'm just, this is wow. Wow. I'm not even gonna hold you. There's so many things we learned here today, boys and girls. You can pick them out. It's overwhelming how you sued because he got chicks on the payroll. Wow. I'm done. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. Gonna leave you with 4 words, as we always do around this time. Subscribe for the vibe, like for the spot, comment your vomit, and share if you care, if you dare, to get Black empowerment everywhere. You can be reaching us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook. Come and take a look. You might get hooked. But don't get shook by the fake Keep It P podcast that's out there. There really is a fake one out there. And they're claiming to be us. Love, peace, blessings, and Maloha. I gotta go high for show high. You already know how. Big brother like Bright Supremo Mike T. Signing off.
Warning. You're about to be distracted. Distractions. Distractories. Distractalozo. Dis on a started side of a game. Distractapod. Super distraction. Grand distraction. The ultimate distraction.
Cedric Blackman, and I'm a contributor of Abolish, the Slave Patrol, a documentary that will crack open the door on a hidden truth about our present. It's a truth about the roots of something too many of us take for granted: American policing. We like to believe our systems evolved organically.